Welcome back. This is Watertown 365, and if you are a David Grieco fan, you are going to want to make this your can't miss podcast weekly regular update. We have information about a new downtown clothing store moving into the Salmon Run Mall. There is a San Diego-based renewable energy company proposing a solar project in the towns of Rutland and Watertown. So much cool stuff, so many exciting things to follow and talk about and tell you about. So let's jump in. Let's start with the work on Watertown's public art piece, which is continuing in Los Angeles. David Grieco has started working 3,000 miles away on the sculpture that will eventually be prominently displayed in Public Square next summer. Mr. Grieco, who is a Watertown native who lives in Los Angeles, so not Richard Grieco, I guess, but David Grieco, my mistake, he was selected to create the city's downtown public art project. This is a $155,000 project. It is part of the city's $10 million Downtown Revitalization Initiative program. The artist has put together a clay model of what the sculpture will look like, finalizing the details and measurements for the finished piece. When completed, the sculpture will be shipped off to Watertown, where local contractors will install it. The piece will be unveiled this summer on the eastern end of the Public Square Meridian. The main component of the piece is a stainless steel sculpture in the shape of an open book that sits atop a limestone base. The book's pages represent the city's history and founders, nature, snow, the Black River, fish, and Watertown's city limits. It will include symbols of the First Baptist Church, Hotel Woodruff, the Flower Memorial Library, and the Mill Street Bridge. So check that out, all the landmarks. Here's the list. Let me pull this up here. Black River, city limits, Mill Street Bridge, all that cool stuff. Over the past 20 years, Mr. Grieco has become an accomplished sculptor in Los Angeles and has traveled the world doing what he loves. He remains based in his California home, where he works almost every day sculpting in his studio. But here's where it gets even super interesting, is that he is the brother of the Richard Grieco from 21 Jump Street, who he started with Johnny Depp in the late 1980s. And so Richard Grieco's brother, David Grieco, is working on this sculpture that will be used in Watertown. So there is a little bit of Watertown trivia for you that is cutting edge, that is exactly up to date. Let's next talk, since we're talking about up to date things, about the downtown clothing store that has moved to the Salmon Run Mall. During last year's holiday shopping season, the merchant called Mary Lois Queel, they thought about moving their downtown clothing store called Loft 315 to the Salmon Run Mall. And let me pull up a picture of what we're talking about here. But what happened was that there was the JCC Education Center being worked on. So then what happened was, in order to avoid being limbo in that way, she opened her business in the mall. And she's done more business in 2 days than she would have for an entire month at the downtown location. And they are expanding their brand of jeans they've sold at Law 315 to more general clothing that fits with the mall atmosphere. And that store, Loft 315, now in the Salmon Run Mall, is open from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and 11 a.m. through 5 p.m. on Sunday. Those hours will change in a few weeks, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday. So quite a bit of schedule changes. The moral of the story is, go to Salmon Run Mall and check out this new clothing store that has moved there. I guess they're not a new clothing store, but they're new in that location. Go there and tell them that the Watertown 365 website and podcast sent you there. You'll be glad that you did. Next, let's talk about a renewable energy company proposing a solar project in Rutland and Watertown. A San Diego-based renewable energy company is proposing a 110 megawatt 520-acre solar project in the towns of Rutland and Watertown. So it will be built along Route 126 and Route 12, straddling the town lines of Rutland and Watertown. This is Grieco Energy. They are one of the biggest solar projects being proposed in the North Country. This solar array is expected to produce enough electricity to power more than 18,000 homes. The company has not started the application process, and the construction is planned to start in 2024, and it would not be in operation until 2025. So they plan to file the application by the end of the year. They held an open house on Thursday at the Watertown Fire Department Station, giving residents just like you a chance to find out more about the project. So if you say, there's nothing fun to do during the week, well, guess what? You missed out on the open house on Thursday at the fire department station to find out about this solar panel energy project. Some municipalities have been leery about what happens to a solar project after it's no longer useful. The company said it would comply with the state's decommissioning requirements, including removing all above-ground equipment at the end of the solar farm's life. Construction would take about a year, and we will be checking back on that and just figuring out what the heck is happening over with this new solar farm and other new innovations just like it. Now, there is a new COVID death in St. Lawrence County. Another person has died of COVID-19. This brings the county's fatalities to 184. St. Lawrence County, 289 new cases, 20 people hospitalized with the virus, which is a decrease of 2 since the last report on Monday. 6 of those people were admitted primarily because of COVID-19, and the other 14 were admitted with incidental COVID-19. Jefferson County, 86 new cases. COVID-19 hospitalizations decreased by 5, bringing the total to 7. Mandatory isolations increased by 9. Lewis County, 16 new cases. 2 people hospitalized with the virus. 1 more than Monday. We're just keeping an eye on it. But let's also keep an eye on McAvoy Insurance. We can search for them. We can find them. They are at McAvoyInsurance.com. I'll move my head out of the way on the video side of this. McAvoy Insurance has served Jefferson County for more than 50 years. Local family-owned insurance brokers for all of your home, auto, and business needs. As an independent insurance, McAvoy can shop the best coverage for the best price to meet your specific needs. They're at McAvoyInsurance.com. They are located at 1613 State Street in Watertown, New York, temporarily closed to foot traffic, but you go to McAvoyInsurance.com, you can see an email address, phone number, many of your questions answered. Go there now. You'll be glad you did. You'll also be glad that you checked out Beiring Jiu-Jitsu NY.com. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu NY.com. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu New York strives to create a friendly and safe environment where people of all backgrounds can come together to train, learn, and grow. They attract students who are humble and kind and who show respect for the class, the art, and for each other. Bullies and show-offs soon find Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is not for them. This is because Beiring Jiu-Jitsu prefers to maintain an atmosphere rather than an egosphere. Beiring Jiu-Jitsu is more than just teammates and training partners. They are family on and off the mat. Come see what Jiu-Jitsu has to offer you. They are located at Route 342, and the place to get all the information is BeiringJiu-Jitsu.ny.com. And you know what else is a really great place to go? A really wonderful website to be at is Watertown365.com. You go here, and you can even add your own event, find out about upcoming local events. There is a landfill of the future you are not going to want to miss. There's information about the Watertown Townhouse Project, that expired a second time. You can find out about the latest canine at Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. You can find out about how screening for breast cancer might soon use a simple blood test following a scientific breakthrough. There's so many cool things happening. That's at watertown365.com. And also be sure to visit us on Facebook. You go to facebook.com/watertown365. And when you go there, you will see that it has been National Tax Day. Of course it is, April 15th, right? The dreaded day has finally arrived. But yesterday was National Gardening Day. And even earlier than that, April 13th, was National Peach Cobbler Day. So imagine the myriad of ways you can wow and amaze your friends with the knowledge of what day it is. Not just month and day of the month, but you can tell them that it's National Peach Cobbler Day, or even that it is National Grilled Cheese Sandwich Day. If someone says, I'm not even sure what to have for lunch today, maybe you can step in and make the lunch whatever today's day is. So you will miss out on this if you don't go right now to facebook.com/watertown365. We will see you there, as well as on the website, as well as next week with some latest and greatest discoveries, news, events, just general happenings in the area. We will see you then. Bye for now.